As the year wound down there at South Alameda Elementary, and I'd gotten the appointment to become the new principal at the newly created junior high school, first time they'd split the high school and the junior high. The new junior high set up at Evergreen. Started to investigate it and look into the housing and so on, and I don't know how many people told me, you're out of your mind. You should not have accepted an appointment up there. It's too cold. Housing is terrible. Why, Mr. So-and-so had been up there before Mr. Lee was there as principal of the combined junior senior high school. That gentleman left because he couldn't afford to live up there. Well, that'll scare you a little. So I was really pretty concerned and looking around. Well, Mr. Scott, Riley Scott, principal of the elementary school there, Parmalee? No, not Parmalee. Can't remember the exact name of it, but the elementary school in Evergreen. Well, at any rate, he heard about that and he gave me a ring and said, hey, we need to talk. So I sat down and talked with him and he said, now listen. Don't believe all that stuff. He said the reason that the gentleman couldn't make it up here, and that yes, his heating bills killed him, and yes, he had trouble with snow and he couldn't get in and out of his driveway and so on, but that's because he didn't understand living in the mountains, and he was living on the north side of a mountain. You don't want to do that. It's too cold. Oh, in his house, he didn't check about how much insulation that house had, and it was poorly insulated, if insulated at all. Heat just goes through. So, started looking for housing, find something. I'd go check with Riley Scott. Donna got just a little put out. She said, now wait a minute, are you going to live in this house with me and the kids, or with Riley Scott? Now, come on, you know what the deal is. I'm simply trying to find housing that we can be comfortable in and afford the heating bills and so on. Well, pretty hard to find. And then somebody told us about Bowers, Spruce Island. The Bower family had a nice house kind of up on the hill a little higher, and then I think there were 5 houses on a circle drive. The stream went by, and we were able to get a little house, pretty little, for 6 of us, but we fit in all right. Little crowded, fit in all right. The deal was, though, you had to move out after school right away, because they rented that same house for as much per month or more, maybe more than what they charged us for the whole darn year. Maybe it was the other way around. They charged as much as in a week as they got from us in a month. But whatever it was, the deal was you can have it during the school year, but you can't live there during the wonderful summer when people come up from Texas and pay big money to live up here and enjoy the cool. And when we moved from that housing later, once again Riley was involved, but that time Donna understood very well, no problem. That little stream that went right by our house and right through that property, so that everybody that lived there had a stream out in front of them. Big, beautiful pine trees, this circle drive. Well, there was a little dammed up pond over there, and our Randy, first grader, well, we all had driven up a time or two from 63 South Chase to go up and see the ice skaters up on Evergreen Lake. And we were planning to go do some skating while we were that close to it now. And little Mr. Randy went out on this little pond, not much bigger than the living room. And we could see him out there through the window, and it was solidly frozen, didn't have to worry about him falling through. Boy, he would skate a little and fall, skate a little and fall, up, down, up, down, up, down. In a week he was, compared to his daddy, an accomplished ice skater. We loved the Bowers family. We loved our neighbors. Everybody on that circle was a teacher during the winter. And we loved the location and the stream and so on. Wasn't the best housing in the world, but one of the neatest places we ever lived, and certainly the most beautiful place. And boy, when they talk about the joys of a mountain stream, what you can hear through your window, and yeah, the window open, it's not to be disputed. It's pretty close to heaven.